Okay, so I left off with sorry, I'm trying to pin my hair down. I look a bit crazy. Shoot, I want to use this one, but I don't have a choice. I left off talking about the girl whose video I watched who has encountered, you know, what I can say I too have come across. What I too have come across. I'm sorry, I was reading a text message. And um okay. So what she was pretty much saying was how she felt about the guy. And there are a lot of black men out there who will not date a sister or a black woman who doesn't have a perm. And I've come across a lot of women who have said that um, white men actually accept them in their natural state. And a white man will look at them a lot quicker than a black man would. And I've come across people, black men, who have had comments about when will I straighten my hair next, or I've come across men who have said that just sort of kind of made fun or said some mean spirited jokes or whatever about looking like Michael Jackson or wanting to be white, the Jerry curl, blah blah blah, and they thought it was funny, and I really found it offensive. But um, I've noticed that you're more likely to come across a white man, and I don't want to sound bad on black people. So I'm not saying everyone. I do understand. So with that understanding that I'm not talking about everyone when I say this, but there are men who will not look at a natural sister, and there are men who will black men who, like I said, won't look at her. Whereas there's a white man who would find her attractive. Now, I'm not saying every white man, because I'm sure there's some white men who may not find her attractive or may not find her hair texture ideal. But there are most women who I know that are natural have said, they've come across people who, the white guys who would take more to their beauty, their natural beauty, than black men. And I would like to raise this question, like as much as people would like to say, and I know everybody has their preference, but how can you accuse a black woman of doing something, number one, that a majority of the time, the first time she gets a perm is, you know, she's not old enough to make that decision on her own. That's first and foremost, okay? How can you accuse her of trying to be European when there are men of her own race that will date outside of their race because they don't want a particular hair texture? Or, you know what I mean? How can they say that when they go after, and I know there are some people who are prone to other races, and that's fine, to each his own. But how can you talk badly about a woman who chooses to perm her hair and accuse her of wanting to be something that she's not? And then when she is natural, you almost turn your back on her. Like, this is real out there, and it just baffles me. I I don't understand it, and I don't. It's not probably for me to understand, but I definitely wanted to vent and just talk about that because it makes me angry. Um, and I don't understand why. Why does everything have to be so negative? As in, um, why can't a person just be who they are? Why, if a person wants to go natural, why does she have to put down a person who is not natural? Or for the guy, he said, he accused, the black women of not wanting to embrace they're not comfortable in their own skin. Okay? He said that, you're not comfortable in your own skin, so that's why you perm your hair. Ha. And then he turns around and says, well, There are some people who don't look right natural. Am I the only one who sees something wrong with that picture? How can you, number one, why must something negative be said? Why do you have to put one down to uplift the other? You know? Like, why? That is, to me, unnecessary and aggravating. Like, if everybody just let people be who they are, and if they choose to go natural, then they choose to go natural, and if they choose to have a perm, then they choose to have a perm, or if they choose to date outside their race, then they choose to date outside their race, and if they choose to date strictly within their race, then that's what they choose. You understand? Why do we have to put almost like one is better than the other, as if they can't coexist? It's possible, and just because she perms her hair doesn't mean she doesn't love herself, or just because she went natural doesn't make her better or more sister Africa or mother Africa than the next person. So I need to cut my nails. I'm totally like ripping my hair out right now. I look crazy. I'm sorry. I just was trying to oil my hair, pre-poo my hair for tonight. Um, Whatever. I do apologize for my appearance in this video. I can't even find anything to attempt to look halfway decent. Damn it. But I'm going to post this video anyway because this is something I just wanted to raise to somebody's attention. And, if anybody has any comments, feel free to leave them. You don't have to agree. And like I said, this is my disclaimer. I am not bashing anyone. I am not accusing whole races of anything. I'm just merely stating something that I've come across, and that's it. Uh, like I said, feel free to uh, feel free to comment if you'd like. Yeah, I'm done. Thanks for listening. That's it. Bye. Good night.